probably it's gonna happen like 2-3 times. It's because of the connection of the interface to the computer. I cannot solve it because my computer is old. When you hear that, just stop talking and wait until the buzzer sound is like 5 seconds or something. It's over, and then you repeat the thing and just
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 8th episode of the podcast Undercurated. I am your host, Elif, and today my guest is my extremely talented friend, Corrina Goutos.
Hey there.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm
Of course.
Caffeinated
Uh-huh.
and closing a nice weekend. So
How was your week?
Filled with good vibes. It was lovely.
Yeah, you came to Berlin.
I came to Berlin, my favorite escapist destination. And yeah, it filled me with new curiosities, as it always does. I think I left some behind.
And you're leaving tomorrow.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
You came from Hamburg to Berlin for your exhibition.
Yes.
What was it about?
It was kind of post-human themes overall throughout all the artists. And I'm kind of working on creating future artifacts. And so in my work, I decided to focus on the theme very relevant in my life at the moment. And that's self-care on overdrive. And so kind of archiving these needs that, have gotten a little out of hand maybe during the pandemic. That are insatiable. And so that's something I focused on. That was kind of theme since New Year's, that I'm not getting a lot of offers for exhibitions at the moment, since of course we're not open to the public. So I wanted to, as always, talk about what's relevant, what's on my chest at the moment. And I do that in materiality and collections. And so I'm a jewelry and object artist working and exploring installation at the moment for the first time. And so it spilled out all over
that was the
place.
First time?
It's about the third time that I worked as an installative artist. Yeah.
We went together, you, Benjamin, and I, to see your exhibition yesterday, which was so good that I booked other 2 galleries for Saturday to visit. Corrina's exhibition was so good that I had to cancel the other 2 exhibitions that I booked for myself to see, because my art tank was filled to the maximum. That's why I didn't need to see any more art. I was happy. I don't know what was the last time I went to an exhibition. It was late summer, I guess, and I missed it so much. And I liked your exhibition a lot. I don't know, the way you use material it's like fascinates me. Also, when I saw it yesterday, I was like, wow. It's like everything is actually kind of forgotten or old or waste or anything, but you just weave them.
Yeah.
And it's really fascinating. I really like it. I was very inspired by your exhibition. It's really cool. And then I asked you yesterday that, are you a hoarder? But I meant that you like archiving, right? And wait, yes. I told you, are you a hoarder? And you said what?
I think I went into this kind of defense of if it's an addiction, if it's an addiction, if it takes over your life and it's inhibiting other normal functions of a life, you're a non-functioning citizen, right? And so if you have a highly organized system of keeping the things that you collect, then it's not inhibiting your life.
No.
So
they're perfectly archived. You own an archive.
So that's why I call it my material library.
Exactly.
I
told her, like,
pile of shit.
Do you have a lot of shit in your house? I asked her, and then she said, no, I have a material library. And then I said, fair enough. Sorry. It's my ignorance. There's a system, you're trying to say, which is true.
Yeah, an ever-developing system. And I'm really particular about objects, actually. So when one finds its way into my life, it's a really magical moment because I reject most of them.
You always have an eye for them? Like when
oh my God.
You're always like finding objects. You just find them probably, right?
Yeah.
Every time you're out.
They speak to me. I can be completely engaged in another activity and it's just like screaming in my ear from field right. And I call it like going on a walk with my artist, when it's like my artist is this little puppy dog that wants to smell and pee on everything. So there's no linear path with me in nature. It's like my eyes are always half on the ground, and people think like I don't know, my vision just darts left and right the entire time. When I'm having a conversation and I'm engaged in the conversation, still my eyes are engaged in other things.
But do you like have something set in your mind? You know what you're looking for? Or what does that object say to you? What, like when it says, take me, why do you take the object? What do you think at that moment?
There's some kind of emotional reaction in me. It releases something visceral, that it triggers some childhood memory, or it's some weird juxtaposition of things that just don't belong together. Like trash is a huge inspiration to me, just like the trash bin as a location, because things that never belong together, that have traveled the entire world, are co-mingling and co-creating there. And kind of think of them taking on a life of their own, like when we're not looking. They often are. Like the processes of nature are then engaging, and it's kind of this collaboration between all these passerbyers who are co-creating together without intention. Yeah, and then slugs are getting involved. Ants are carrying away their favorite shiny particle. I love these little universes that when we slow down and take the time to observe.
They are really little universes. That's so true what you're saying. Like it's also in your art, you see that. Like when you look at like the thing you showed us yesterday, what was that?
This collecting shell?
Yeah.
Yeah, the name is starting with the Latin term for foreigner, like Zeno. I can't remember the rest of it, but I love this. It's really like a true an artist of nature. It's a shell that, in order to conceal itself from prey, it's collecting other shells in its area. And first, it makes a big collection, and it's a naked little fragile, soft-shelled organism that built its own shell. And then, as it's still soft and forming itself, it arranges these objects that it collected into a pattern, mostly from small to large, in a fractal formation in its body, and creates a house that's blending in with its environment. And of course, from our super human-centric view, we'd be like, oh my God, it's so sustainable. Or it's an artist. That's why I discovered it in the Museum of Natural History in New York City. And it was like, are there artists in nature? And I was just like, wow, how human-centric is this? Obviously, nature was the original artist. I mean, the term artist, we came up with that.
Is the nature copying us? Or something like that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, good for nature.
Good for nature.
They're trying hard. It's good.
To learn from
let them have a little bit of freedom to explore their potential.
Yeah. Nature finds its passion.
By Googling.
Yes, by Googling. That's how we find passions.
Yeah, another question I asked you was, were you always collecting stuff? Because it was like when I told you that I have periods, and at the end of periods in my lifetime, it was always like this. It's like select all and delete. I have to restart everything always. So I never archived any fucking thing in my life. And this podcast, maybe it's that, like it was an alarm thing. If you're losing everything, you're like throwing everything away, you're gonna die alone. So I thought to myself, let me just archive my friends and the moments that we have right now, so that like 15 years later, we'll look back and we see, oh, I was so young and beautiful. Now I'm awful. No, not like that. But yeah, just to have like a sense of it, because I also forget things. Yeah. I don't remember them anymore. I wish, for instance, when I was 7, 8, 9, at that time, I had a best friend called Mine from elementary school. And we would, after school, go home and then record our voices from a tape recorder. We had a lot of like empty cassettes and just talk shit. Like, I wish I kept those things and listened to my 7-year-old self right now, because that's different from a thing that your mom recording you. That was fully our imagination. We were performing. I mean, we were performing differently. We were playing with each other, and we were alone, and we were like free, and we were just like playing. Like, I wish I had those cassettes, and I just threw them away. What the fuck?
Control Alt Delete, man. Get it back.
Gotta stop. Someone help me.
Yeah, I guess this finite nature of life becomes a lot more apparent the closer we get. The closer is not what I wanted to say, but
to death.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like a thing you think like, I want to be remembered? Is it like that? Like, oh, I'm gonna die soon and I have no like evidence left of me. Who's gonna know that I was alive? Something like that, maybe. I don't know. That anxiety. I don't know.
Yeah, but I definitely think we get more need to do this and understand how much we forget and how much is fleeting from what we call joy, what we call the meaning of life is like it's suddenly so temporary, so temporary. That's why it's always been this human need, like to kind of put our memories into tangible things, mostly tangible things like collectors and stuff like that. Like, of course, some of the most early artifacts that were found with some kind of sentimentally charged little item, talisman, feather necklaces. Okay, those didn't last so long. Those didn't last as long, but yeah, like
some parts of the feather necklaces left, and we assumed maybe they were feather necklaces.
So it makes sense that you digitally archive now, and
I don't know. It feels good. When you were a kid, were you also collecting stuff, or did you have this relationship with object before, or did it develop later in life?
I had it as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, early illness. Yeah. I did. I liked to collect things a lot. I think I started at like 3 already collecting things. And an interesting fact,
What did you collect?
Actually, there's a statistic that most people have started some type of collection by 3, even if it's just like 3 items. They're like, I like this, and I would like other versions of this. Whether it's just like an owl sock or something, or
were you collecting paper napkins?
No.
That was a theme in
Maybe
Turkey.
That was your thing. No.
These paper napkins were like, we were always going, when we were going to, for a dinner party at my parents' friend's place, there was also this, is it called paper napkin? You get the serviette, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There were always these fancy paper napkins with different colors, with glazing, with, I don't know, with glitter or pink or whatever. The material was different sometimes in the shape. I was collecting them and my friends were also collecting that. Interesting that such a phenomenon was there. And then there was... What else did we collect? I collected this troll babies.
Nice.
Baby, I don't know.
With the diapers.
There were these little baby figures.
Yeah.
The transparent one was the most precious at our...
A transparent baby?
Yeah.
Was it a fetus? Fetus figurine.
A baby shellfish figure. No, yeah, there was a transparent baby. Babies had like characters. Didn't you have this? Baby figures?
No. I mean,
plastic.
This little velvety ones.
Some of them have like what do you drink milk from?
Baby bottle.
Baby bottle.
Yeah.
Some of them had, I don't know, like a item of clothing. Some of them had a toy in the hand. They had also different hair. It wasn't like hair, but it was also still plastic. And then there was one transparent baby. And everyone was trying to find that because you were going and buying from the shop and it was like packaged.
Okay.
You don't know what's inside.
Yeah.
So you're opening it
and the other ones were plastic, like skin color.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was transparent.
What the fuck?
Weird. I'm going to search.
The glass baby.
This. What was that about? What were you collecting?
I collected like one of my earliest things was like this little teddy bears. Now that we're on the topic of small swallowable figurines, probably banned in the States now.
Maybe, yeah.
It was little tiny teddy bears that were like covered in like velvet, like soft thing. Actually, it was the first thing I stole.
And you could
them.
Move the legs and arms, right?
No? I know what you mean. That's a little advanced.
Okay.
Because we're like really like...
You stole them from where?
Grocery stores. I don't know, like office kind of shop things. Yeah.
And you collected them.
Yes. And rocks. I collected a lot of rocks.
Collecting and archiving is something I always admired people who do this consistently and with passion. Sometimes there are things like long-lasting wishes, desires of mine to have certain characteristics in me, like being an archiving person, but I can't be that person. And I accept that now. I'm just not. Let's just move on. Stop yearning for it and doing nothing about it.
I don't think it's something to be terribly proud of that we need that many people hoarding this much of stuff. No matter how organized it is.
Library.
We don't need that many material librarians. It's like a job as a kid, everyone's like, yeah, I want to be a librarian. But actually you grow up and you don't want to be a material librarian. Believe me, you know how many times I've
Material
had to
library.
rethink the system? The system has been crashed so many times. When somebody just sends me, my customer sends me a fucking dog skull in a box, and this crashes the material library. You think I have a drawer for a dog skull?
Your customer sent you a dog skull?
Yeah, somebody wrote me over Instagram if I was still looking for bones, and I said, sure, why not? And I gave them my address, and I got a dog skull in a box.
Mm-hmm. And where do you keep it right now? In the fridge?
No, it's in the exhibition, front and center.
Ah, is that a dog skull?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, what did I think it was? I don't know. But I didn't assume that it was a dog. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you say? Self-care warfare?
Yeah, self-care warfare. Alternative title, self-preservation end destination. I mean, self-care warfare didn't exactly hit it on the needle, but I was brainstorming all day, and I almost just named it brainstorming all day. Because exactly that's what it is. Just this exhaustion. Never being good enough. Having pages and pages of written down responses, like pages of scrolling and thinking with Google and asking Google what my passion is, and never arriving at a satisfactory answer. Never being done. So maybe that's what the title actually was, just brainstorming all day. Like the other artists in the exhibition were like, this girl has a problem. I was like, didn't talk to anyone the first day. I was like, it's not done. Can we not do the small talk stuff? No, I didn't look at your artwork yet. I have to figure out what the fuck I just made here. Yeah.
I totally understand like what you're saying. Like when you're focused on something and you want to finish that, you're like, closed for a while because you need to focus.
Yeah, blinders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the thing that we talked about the consumption thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you, I told Corrina earlier that sometimes I shop things, I buy things that I am convinced that they're going to fix my life.
Yeah.
For instance, this blackboard that I bought, there's a blackboard in my room. And before I bought it, I thought, okay, I'm going to buy a blackboard. I'm going to hang it on my wall. I'm going to write my daily routine, schedule, and the things that I don't want to forget, and like sketch, blah, blah, blah. And I bought it and I hung it on my wall, and I drew a bunny, a depressed bunny on it. And that's it. It didn't fix my life, and I'm not on schedule. And I forget things, and I throw things away.
That's what the bunnies say the whole time.
So another disappointment. So I'm disappointed all the time by the things I buy because they are not giving me the things that I expect from them, which is to fix my life.
Yes. And this is the goal of capitalism.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
You're
never satisfied.
Finished, never satisfied.
Yeah.
The next product will get you there. It will, as promised.
Maybe not this one, but did you try this one?
Did you try this? But wait, there's more. But wait, if you called out. One more final end all solution. Yeah. And that's why. End destination. So
yeah.
Self-preservation and destination is not a destination we will reach. So it's a very future dystopian landscape that I've created there, kind of cave for reclusion, digital detoxing. I had other alternative titles. I could just list them all instead of even explaining it, and you would get the picture. Just from example, like love thy troll, loving your enemy as yourself, trying to defeat negative energy with positive energy, doing anything, sipping tea, self-care, makeover, get a new piercing, cut your hair off, do hours of bathing, skincare rituals, all of these things, because capitalism, it just exhausts us, it sucks us dry, and then says, treat yourself, you deserve it.
You look so tired. I don't know why you look so tired, but let me offer you something to get you. Bitch, you're the reason I'm tired. What are you talking about? It's horrible.
It exploits us constantly, and then just tells us we're worth more. Find our worth, you know?
Yeah.
Spend it, splurge, loosen up them purse strings.
Did you try bubble bath?
Yeah.
Did you try tiger balm on your clit?
Oh, yeah. Are we going there already?
So what about that? One of the best stories I've heard in my life.
And destinations.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are, as you put it so well, there are self-care rituals that are incompatible.
Exactly. Tell me more.
Conflicts of interest. My Corona lows. We're going there.
Okay.
The Corona lows. Okay. When the motivation is just gone. Bottom of the bucket. Low. Then you got to do some work. So I bargain with myself. Bare minimum. What's the bare minimum I can do today? So I'm freelancer. I don't have a boss. I don't have tolerance for bosses. And so I bargain with myself and I say, Boss Corrina, what's the bare minimum you can do today? Can probably squeeze it into an hour and a half. Deep breath. In order to get to this hour and a half of work, I have to have my highly extended morning rituals, 3 hours of getting hungry, thinking about what I'm going to eat, delaying, take a shower, do some sports, finally make some meal, spend my time savoring it, all of this. Then I do the hour and a half of work, and then I'm just done,
Too much.
Too much. It's exhausting. It's just exhausting. I get out of the house and get some fresh air, largely disappointed because it's Hamburg. And it's gray and I live in the city center and it stinks. And then I retreat back to my house, to my sanctuary. And then the evening self-care rituals begin. These involve also very elaborate, high energy, low calorie meals.
Okay. High energy, low calorie meals. Is that
that's something I made up.
Google search?
No. I just laugh at myself because hunger is such a gift. It doesn't come along enough for me. My brain's always hungry. My body is not so hungry. And so I make a
Taurus.
Yeah.
Taurus.
Oh, you know it.
Besta, if you're hearing this, also Taurus.
You know it. So I make it extended as much as possible. I extend the pleasure and have lots of foreplay with my food. And I start cutting things and then I walk away.
What a romance. Okay.
Yes. It is. It's really foreplay. It's like edging. Yes, I edge with my food all the time. And so eventually I cook and eat the meal and it's wonderful. So that's the one self-care ritual, is just a really slow, mindful appreciation of my food. And I like to read. I like to do some kind of intuitive movement. Like I start with yoga or Pilates. And then sometimes I just, I listen to a body part of mine that feels off and I kind of let it lead me. Sometimes I'm just sitting and let my right toe wander to somewhere and then I follow it with my entire body. I don't know. I'm a freaky person.
Such a contemporary description. You just described contemporary dance?
Yeah, but I discovered it myself.
Movement?
Intuitive movement. Yeah. Okay. I'm delaying, right? Trying not to get to the tiger bomb part. Yeah. So sometimes the intuitive movement is not enough to get rid of the ailing body part. And then I go to formulas, trusted ancient wisdom, medicine, such as tiger balm.
Tiger balm.
Give myself a small massage. I read my astrologies, all the apps. Daphne gave me also a really nice trick of if you have a question, asking your Spotify playlist.
This is Daphne's thing. Yeah, tell us.
She also got it from somewhere else.
Not from me, but I heard it.
Oh, okay, yeah, from another friend. So you ask a question, some uncertainty in your life, and then you go to your like songs on Spotify and you just shuffle. And the first 7 songs you listen to, and the kind of culmination of themes in there, the lyrics and the vibe and the energy about it should give you some kind of clarity.
I'm gonna do this perfect. I forgot about this. Now I remember.
I love it. Yeah. So I've incorporated that into my self-care marathon. That's one stage of it. Of course, there's candles everywhere. All the candles, all the time. So I've given myself the back massage. Of course, I'm naked. I love to be naked. I'm naked all the time. And and often ending the night with a nice ritualistic self-love ritual. Ritual? How many times did I say ritual? Okay, we're talking about masturbation if you didn't get it yet.
It's material library.
It's material librarian time. And, some unthinkable things happen in the library. We all have fantasies.
The material librarian needs time for herself.
And the material librarian has fantasies,
Yeah.
They can't all be fulfilled with people who don't understand material libraries or haven't been in one.
Yeah.
It's only one girl who understands the material we're talking about, and that's my material, and I know it well. Yeah, and so, but these are incompatible because I have a raised bed and it's pretty far from my bathroom. So you don't think that I'm gonna wake up and climb down the ladder and wash my hands and remove this beautiful eucalyptus aroma that's surrounding me and setting the perfect atmosphere for my self-love ritual? No, didn't occur to me. So, so I'm doing the deed and...
You went right into it.
Yeah, I went right into it. And then about a minute later, something's wrong. Cold, hot, all of that. Expanding, contracting, not really placeable sensation.
Does this belong to my body?
Is this foreign object in my material library?
Tiger balm masturbation.
Not recommended.
Not recommended. I know that a lot of people tried this probably in the world.
Yeah.
Like it's a very popular, but don't do it. Everyone's trying to masturbate with tiger balm. Don't. Just
Calm
don't.
down.
Yeah. It's just not compatible. And then the thing is, how does it go away? What did you do after?
Stay calm.
Because you can't wash your clit.
You can't. I mean, you can. You certainly can, but it was too late. It's eucalyptus.
Okay. And then it slowly went away.
Yeah, it went away to like
Amazing.
2 minutes or something.
Amazing.
Along with my libido. Gone. I mean, what an end to hours of self-care ritual. Just laying in bed.
You did everything perfect. Up to that moment, you did everything perfect.
Yeah.
But the order of things were...
It's the order of operations.
Yeah, order of operate got mixed up.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a problem there, and unfortunately, things that should not have followed each other followed one the other, and then, wow, it's amazing. I mean, first time you told me this, I was like, how? How does that happen? I never thought of this. But actually, it's not that unlikely to happen.
Yeah. I've been close to a second offense. I might have had a second offense. I think I've been close to the third offense. I learned slowly with that. It's really like seducing atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's the aromas, all the sensations are right. It's
okay.
just,
but how do you massage with the tiger balm? Like,
I'm very flexible. I can touch every part of my body. Just
with the tiger balm?
Yeah, on my back.
Oh, okay.
Back, shoulders mostly. Yeah, the order of operations. Maybe I should make a checklist in my bed sanctuary. You're the control freak. What would you recommend?
Let me make you a checklist. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix the situation. Your clit is never going to be hot and cold at the same time again.
Yes.
I'm going to make sure that your clit is safe by managing the order of operations. I am the manager of the order of
secretary. You'd be my self-care secretary. Amazing.
SES, self-care secretary. Hire me. For your safety.
We found your job. So protect
Is this my passion?
Self-care welfare,
Wait a minute.
you know? Self-care warfare. This is the only way to prevent it.
Exactly.
This is for passivity.
Yeah, this is a peaceful movement.
Yeah. Really giving back.
Perfect. I feel like I found my passion. Just hit me up.
SES.
I'm gonna
SES service.
SES services. Good morning, Elif speaking. Yes, you feel a sensation in your clit. It's hot and cold. Okay. You use tiger balm. Okay. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Excuse me, another one on the line. Can I wait you for 3 minutes, please?
And then the boyfriend, like, wait, your boyfriend ate chili cheese nachos? How many hours ago?
Defna told us.
That's how we got to that.
Millie told us.
I know. I feel like I just started relapsing my memory and I'm involving everyone else's story in my own.
Horrible.
I can just imagine the sensation so good that my memory adapts it to my own experience.
Yeah.
It's something, I mean, I have no boundaries. And I mean, this was like, you said when I told you that, AKA when we met. I mean, like, it's first conversation.
Give it to me.
This is just story of my life going to way too intimate, way too personal places.
Like, too much information.
Way too quickly. And of course, I did the same this weekend. And my favorite artist in the show that I was showing with, we ended up having this conversation as well. And he was like, well, I'm a cook. I was like, oh, fuck.
You're dangerous.
He's like, habaneros. So like, oh my God, your penis, man. I'm so sorry. How many times do you just like run to the toilet, like between cutting habaneros and experience terrible, fateful situation over and over. So these are things we need to talk about.
These are things we need to talk about. These are things we need to address. The order of operations is important. The seeing the incompatibility of self-care routines is important. Let's talk about this. Do not forget your self-care secretary, SCS. Call her. Get one. I also told you earlier about this thing where a colleague of mine asked me... She came to me one day and asked me, what are your hobbies? And I was like, I couldn't answer her. I was like shocked by this. Like, no one ever asked me, what are your hobbies? And I couldn't find an answer in my head that could satisfy her, that I think that she needs from me. I don't know, why did she ask me this question? I said like, my hobbies are... I do yoga. Is that enough? Yoga? And she wasn't satisfied. And I was like, what should I say? Like rock climbing? But I don't climb rocks. What should I tell her? And I was thinking like inside my head, this is too much of an intimate question, or I don't want to answer this question. And yoga is not enough for you. I don't know what else to say. Like I was thinking like, I like to sing. But I don't want to tell her that I like to sing. That I don't want to share this information with her. Like asking someone, "What are your hobbies?" I think it's an intimate question.
Yeah.
And then I was just shocked for this question and how it affected me. Actually, how I was shocked. Like just answer or just say, "I don't have any hobbies." I don't know. Do I have any hobbies? Do you have any hobbies? What are your hobbies?
My life is hobbies.
What a great answer. Sorry, I'm not a material librarian. I could have tell this to my colleague, like, what a great answer. If someone asks me next time, what are your hobbies? I'm going to certainly answer them. Certainly answer them.
That's a hobby. You're putting different syllables in... Scratch that.
Cut this out.
Not a hobby. Not a hobby. I feel highly susceptible to hobbies. I remember a point where I was like, I have a breaking point. Like one more hobby and I'm not in control of my life anymore.
Too much?
So it's hard for me to relate, like to your fear-stricken panic, deer in the headlights moment there. It seems to be some kind of insecurity there.
Yeah, sure. And one time I remember a guy that I liked. We were kind of in a flirting situation. It was like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And then suddenly he asked me, what is your passion in life? And I was again... my passion in life, my passion. And I couldn't answer him. And I was like, why did you ask me this? Now I have to find a passion for myself. Like I didn't think of this before. I didn't think. And now it's on the table. And why did you have to confront me with this? And I was like, what do you mean by passion? What is that? Like, what does it mean? He was like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's music. Or is it like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Is it like, which one is it for you? What's your passion? He insisted to find out my passion, but I didn't know. I was like, I don't know, man. I was, again, shocked and paralyzed by that question. So what's your passion, Liv? I'm waiting for your super cool answer. Tell me. Please don't hold it back.
Gonna have to get to yourself, sweetie. Get on the passion bandwagon.
I can only Google what's my passion. Can somebody tell me what my passion is?
Well, look, who told you in the end? You.
Myself.
Google was a mirror to your soul.
Oh my God.
Just like any good therapy, just like this podcast will teach us something about ourselves.
That's true.
That we think the world wants to know. But actually we're just doing this
because
for
the world
ourselves.
is watching.
Hey world.
Hey world. Hey 5 people.
Shout out to the last 7 guests on this podcast who are have such a big ego now that they were asked to be on a podcast that they want all the other people.
Everyone's been asking. 2 people asked.
Send your questions and comments now. We're on the line.
If you have any questions for us, please comment. I can't get back to all of your DMs, but I'm trying, when I find time, I'm trying to answer, but it's impossible to get to all of your DMs. So I'm sorry in advance for the unanswered cry for help.
So passion generator is not my thing, but I am a DJ name generator extraordinaire.
Ooh.
If you need a DJ name, maybe your passion could follow that. Because like when I got names that were just so off the hook, I was like, fuck, I need to learn to DJ right now. Because this name is just way superior to anything I've ever heard out there. And that's all it takes. It's just fucking branding. Anyone could turn the knobs. Sorry, Besta. It's what I've been told.
Generator extraordinaire.
Yeah. And they're really time relevant. So that's the thing. There's a lot of urgency behind it. They're like, God damn it, if I don't start my career tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like boot camp, DJ boot camp. You could please do this for me because I told you, too many hobbies. I'm at the brim limit. There's no space left. All these rituals and hobbies.
Yeah, and I also told you about this. So someone asked the comedian Whitney Cummings, I don't have any hobbies. What should I do? And then she replied back, what did you like to do when you were a kid? So go back to that thing. Because it's actually true because a hobby is something playful. You know?
Yeah.
Or not? I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean.
But so what did you like to do as a kid?
Sing, dress myself up with my clothes or my mom's clothes or with my mom's scarves, do makeup of my mom's. This is not going anywhere good. Okay. These are not. And to masturbate with tiger balm.
Oh, as a kid. I'm an early tiger balmer.
Should this be my answer to my colleague?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any hobbies? I love to masturbate with tiger balm. Do you know? Do you do that too?
The kind for muscles, not for breathing.
It's a bit hot and then cold, but it's like really good. Yeah, that's my hobby. That's my only hobby. Do it every day. I can't feel anything.
8,000 nerve endings can't be wrong, right?
Yeah.
I would have loved to see her face. Holy shit.
That would be funny.
And then you just say, JK, new slipper your card for SCS services.
I see that you have hobbies, but do you have a self-care routine? If you don't know, I can introduce you to one and teach you all the steps in the right order. So just call me, SCS, at your service. Self-care secretary.
Amazing. Then we could even make the anti-capitalist activity.
How?
We can sell it. We made a commodity out of the decommodification of our lives. Just right here.
I just created.
We created something financially
you wanna
viable
unwind?
out of decompression.
You want to unwind? Okay, but you cannot unwind with the right expert, right? You didn't think that you're going to unwind by yourself. That's not going to work ever. Just call someone. You need help. You need help to get relaxed.
Remain dependent at all costs.
Depend. Actually, maybe capitalism is like an over-giving, codependent person. Because it's giving all the time. It's over-giving, like, take this. And it wants to control the outcome of its giving.
Yeah.
And also, it knows that it cannot survive on its own. So it's always dependent on all the people, and it tries to keep all of them by giving to them. Amazing.
Wow.
I'm very impressed by my description of capitalism.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
It's like a parasite.
It's the theme of my new book. A parasite? Self-care secretary, how capitalism is a codependent, overgiving prick. Memories of a self-care secretary.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, yeah, something like that. I'm working on it.
Working titles. I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We're permanently dissatisfied, so we'll never be there.
No. This book is never going to be published. But it's...
but you'll rewrite it 6 times.
Yeah. I'll rewrite it and then I'm going to throw it all away, come up with a new idea, and...
buy some shit on Amazon and feel better.
In order to start writing the book, first, I need to buy myself a desk.
Yes.
Okay? Not the desk that I have, because that is not a good desk for writing books.
Not a masterpiece.
I heard that writers use specific desks.
Really?
Okay?
Wow.
And then there's the chair. You can have an ordinary chair.
Not to write a masterpiece.
You can have a writer's chair. Yeah. And then you need to write laptop or the pen and paper or whatever. Like, you got to set this up. Once you set the perfect environment for the writer up, then there's, of course, going to be other things that maybe the house, the place that you're living is not the city. Maybe you need to change the city. And it takes time. You're going to move and then you're going to
everything in life wants to break our flow.
You got to change your friends.
Yeah.
You got to find compatible friends to the theme of your book. It's a long journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything in life wants to break our flow. And all this blockage.
Yeah, but...
you got to purge.
But nothing's going to achieve that. Because I'm always going to take the next step, that is going to not take me to the destination. What did I just say? I didn't. Yeah, that's like the blackboard on my wall. That did not fix my life, so probably. But it was also before I started the podcast. I structured the idea in my head. Like, if you would see my notes, the structure that I made, the plan that I made, I'm not using any of this. And the name of the podcast is Undercurated. It's like no plan, no nothing. But first I need to finish this thing, and then I can make the next step. And like you said, procrastination.
It's like a bit of imposter syndrome too. Maybe that's a stretch. But I mean, we're never really like perfect enough to present it to the world or to write our mentor or anywhere we truly believe that we should be in life. And we're always waiting. The next project is almost there. It's almost perfect. It's almost good enough.
Yeah, it's that question. It's like, if you would be sure, or if you would make sure that you're going to be 100% very successful in one thing, what would you do?
You're asking me that.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Here's my deer in the headlights moment.
Please answer me. But you would probably do the things that you're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, I mean, career-wise, yeah, totally. But
is it? Think about it.
I mean,
like, you're going to be very successful at it. You're going to be very satisfied by the outcome.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it kind of also became really clearly, like in the Corona times, that I was thinking of kind of the story of mankind and how I archived that and what I've learned from archiving it. And the stories of progress and all of the kind of, here's why I lose the English word, Germany has destroyed my brain. Contradictory. All the contradictory things that humans do. And so the kind of marks of progress that we're proud of are technological advances, and I focus as a handworker on like the tool making and how that brought us to the Industrial Revolution and everything. So we have like Stone Age to Bronze Age, and this is where this kind of relationship to materiality occurred, and where we started to kind of work against our finite nature as humans by infusing objects with life. And okay, I could go on a lot of tangents, but yeah, so that's something we're kind of proud about, of our technological advancements in one material. And so a craftsperson gets to know their material in life like they speak the one language. Goldsmith knows gold in and out and all of its properties. And I think, okay, now we live in Anthropocene. For anyone who doesn't know that, it's like the geological epoch that's been proposed, where the entire surface of the earth has been altered by man. And billions of years from now, there'll be a layer, a layer of the earth that is scarred by man and our activities. And so what's our raw material today and what's relevant, and what's valuable and what's rare good. I think it's not like a precious material anymore, but it's the raw material is the ready-made object. It's the forgotten, everyday, disposable item that was made to be used for 10 minutes and then lives on for 500 years. The plastic straw from McDonald's. This is the raw material of our times. And what's the rare good? Because we have enough rare minerals, like we could extract even more, but we have enough unwanted gold jewelry on this earth that it's honestly not really valuable anymore. So the rare good is the people who like understand, have the solutions to the problems of our times, who have this ancient knowledge, this heritage, and they combine this interdisciplinarily with engineering, with scientists who have solutions to our most pressing issues on a dying planet. And so combining these is a rare good, think more interdisciplinary. So this long discussion and short sense is like, my mission as a craftsperson, as somebody who expresses myself in materials, is to work with the materials of our times in using this kind of ancient and current knowledge. So I want to be kind of like a smith, like a anthrosmith, working with man's forgotten debris to like an expert craftsmanship that, tells the story of mankind, basically, in materiality and saying, and just kind of breaking a value, making a value shift in the market. So in the end, it's a luxury good. Like we don't need any more material items. We don't need physical material art. Like there's enough shit on the planet. And so, excuse my French, so much shit. But yeah, like we don't need new things. So I like this kind of incorporating things that have this history and this schema that we have gained memories with, and playing and building upon those memories just as a temporary agent in that process of this object. This will go on and live some life after me, but I'm just making some kind of collage of an archive in materials and infusing it with my handcraft, giving it value through the knowledge that I have of the material.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true, because the point of time right now is that you have maybe no other choice actually to other than reuse or anything in comparison to produce something new, because there's so much, like, I don't know, especially after the Industrial Revolution, like, there's so much with the capitalism, so much product, so much waste, so much anything, which is seen as waste, but actually they're there, you know, like you cannot diminish it as calling them waste, because they're still there.
Yeah.
Bigger and bigger and bigger and larger. So you cannot deny that fact, because we never see the waste. Yeah. We don't have any connection to it. We think it's gone.
Yeah, we have this abstract idea of like bringing the
trash away. But it's our
away.
Biggest product, man. What's more than waste that we created?
It's just unbelievable and that we still manage to have so little intimacy with the end destination of our trash. Where the fuck is it? The amount that's produced a day.
Yeah.
That we managed to be so alienated from it, so distanced from it. It's unbelievable. Yeah. That just won't be the case anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with that. It maybe subconsciously it symbolizes death. So humans are afraid of it, afraid of seeing a dead thing, because maybe it's dead because it's sick, because it's old, because it's toxic. So you might get affected by it. So it might as well be like away from you and hidden so that no one sees it. But that doesn't really change the fact that it exists in huge amount.
Yeah.
Just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's there. So your approach makes perfectly sense.
Yeah, the first line of my concept for my last collection, called Souvenir Planet Earth, was, on a finite planet where we're still searching for the place called thrown away. ... But I love that. It's like kind of fairy tales, kind of sci-fi dystopian thing. Was like, really, like, that is our reality. We're just like, yeah, it's away. Away. Where the fuck is away?
Yeah.
Where the fuck's away? How do I get
Nowhere
there?
to be found. Yeah.
Just running around chasing our tails the whole time.
That's weird. Thrown away. Where is away? Oh, makes sense.
It reminded a lot of people of, oh God, what's this fairy tale? Peter Pan. Neverland, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched this since I was a kid.
I was thinking to myself the other day, what do you think the best skill is? If you would have to pick a skill.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
It's my favorite. These are my favorite questions. What do you think the best? I just want people to pick. Max, I hate these questions.
Yeah. But this is a real skill. This is not like a
no.
Superpower.
I can answer right away. It's to play piano really good.
Okay.
Like Beste does.
Okay.
I think that's the best. For me, that's the best skill of all time.
Wow.
Just love it.
Wow.
Do you have something like that?
Passion generator for others. Yeah. I want to give people their passion. I want to give them the key. I want to tell them what their passion is. Passion generator for others. Passion mirror. So I have like
PM
in my chest. I just pull the skin on my chest to the side, and there's a mirror, and you stare into it, and you know your passion, your mission in life.
Well, you know that I will be your first customer.
Yes.
And I will never leave you.
Let me get the mirror installed immediately. No, I would love that. We'd love that. I mean, this is a question I get a lot too. People ask me all the time. Like,
so you want to help people?
Yeah. I feel, I mean, in a nice way, like people are often really inspired by me because I knew from also a really young age, like what I wanted to do. Like it was kind of linear path, kind of. And I don't know anyone else who really had this like linear path. And so people like envy me for that, and they appreciate me for that a lot, and ask me all the time like what the key is. And I'm like, well, I didn't do anything else, so I'm the last person that could answer that. I don't know.
But I can generate one for you.
Yeah, the trial and error journey, I don't know. It was a little bit tighter than a lot of people's. And I don't by any means think that that's better than anyone else. So I would love to.
Maybe a little.
Help people there.
It's not that I'm better than anyone. Maybe just a little. Just a little, but not so much. I mean, just...
We're talking millimeters. I mean.
Just a little. More than a little bit. Not that bad.
It takes a little ego to be an artist. It's something no one can deny.
So your future occupation or passion, your calling is the passion generator, passion mirror, PM, and my calling is to be the self-care secretary, SES. Yeah. You listen to SES and PM tonight, and as an SES self-care secretary, I advise everyone to find their self-care routine and then just call me and pay me before even starting with their self-care routine, because you're going to do it wrong. I'm going to show you how to do it right. And do you have a message as a passion mirror?
Passion mirror generator.
The world?
Let's do like the beta version that you can, your homework, you know, before you get to stare into the mirror. What I would say is to find out what you're a freak about and how you can get freakier, because our mission on this earth is to just being authentic, is just being the freak that's in you and letting your freak flag really fly. And so,
unleash your freak.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Your freak knows its passion. So if you have this little tendency to be freaky in there, that's a good sign that you should follow and dig deeper into that freaky crevice.
That's a great advice.
So nobody has been you. Like, you has not existed yet. So there isn't any one person that you should follow.
Yeah.
In the footsteps of.
Yeah, that's so true. The only way you can be unique and free is to be yourself. Well, that's enough advice for the world today, I think, for the billions of people who are watching this podcast. I think you just need to digest all of the topics that we discussed and talked about, all of the process of the information you had. And I wish everyone a nice evening right now, because it's late. I don't know. It's 9 p.m. or something like that. And thank you very much for being a guest in this podcast. Thank you for doing this. I hope you had a good time. And see you until the next episode.
Until the next episode.
In the future.
I'm a cult follower now.
So thank you, everyone. See you also until the next episode. Bye.
Adios.
Woohoo!
That was fun.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that was fun. Amazing. It's good.
Perfect.
We didn't follow any of the notes, but it was fun. Those are worst case scenario, right?
Yeah. These are just to keep it here.
Pull it back.
Because sometimes